Just got back to the guest house, and this is my unboxing empire right here. But just for fun, I thought I would do an unknapsacking. The idea is that every time I come back to the guest house from one of my little Mae Sot rambles or one of my small adventures, the first thing I do when I go back into my room is unload my knapsack and all my pockets. And I was just about to start that process inside the room and plug in all the batteries and get everything charging up again. And I thought, well, why not capture this epic event on camera at least once? But I can't really do it inside my room because it's just too dark in there. So I thought I would do it out here in the world and show you what comes out of this knapsack. It's different every day, to be honest. Some days there's a lighter load, some days there's a heavier load. And today is probably on the heavier side because I did a whole variety of things today. But let's just go through the various pockets. What has it got in its pocketses? And see what in the world I'm carrying around all day, because it's got a little bit of a weight. I mean, on the outside, we've got an umbrella. We're heading into some kind of a rainy season in Taiwan. Oh, Taiwan shows you where my head is at. Thailand, and you never know when you're going to need the umbrella, so that comes out first. Let's start with this front pocket. And what have we got in here? Oh, this is a microphone, a lavalier mic. I'm using my Rode wireless microphone, but it's sometimes run out of power during the day, and then I switch over to this lavalier mic, and I keep it right here in the front pocket because when I need it quickly. So I just want to know exactly where it is, and I grab it real fast. I have my probably the most useful item I carry around with me, when the GoPro Jaws flex clamp. I would normally have this over there mounted and using it to mount the GoPro Hero 9, but for this little unknapsacking, I left it in here just to demonstrate. I'm using another tripod at the moment over there, but there's my Jaws flex clamp. What else? Oh, of course, the most important item most of the time is my smartphone, Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which I was using all day today in various locations because I was actually editing some video in a few coffee shops. And I always have two smartphones. The other one is in my pocket, and that is my Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro. So that's my daily driver if I'm chatting on WhatsApp or Messenger or replying to YouTube comments, anything to do with the internet and social media. I'm doing it on this phone. So I got the two phones. I don't generally carry chargers for these devices because I'm not going far from the room really, and there's more than enough power to get me through a day. And if I run out of power on my daily driver, then I just switch over to my other phone. So two fully charged phones will usually get me through a whole day, so I don't bother with the cables and the adapters and the chargers for the phones. Luckily, because I think I've got enough in here, to be honest. Oh, I've got this little Duder bag, and this has become my LX10 bag. So that's my Panasonic LX premium compact camera. And this is not the ideal carrying case for this camera, but I haven't gotten around to getting a suitable bag for it yet. And in the front pocket, I have an assortment of like extra batteries, a mounting platform for a tripod, and then a whole bunch of empty, ready-to-go memory cards. So that is my LX10 camera. Let's put it over here on this side. That will be the camera side of things. And this is another Duder bag, and this one carries all of the accessories for my Panasonic G85, extra batteries, extra memory cards, filters, anything I need for the G85 goes in there. What else is in here? Oh, this is my It's kind of an expandable duffel bag. So it actually packs down really, really small if you want to. You can jam this down into a tiny little bag. And it unfolds into a big duffel bag. And I use that if I happen to stop and get groceries or do other things. And it's very handy as a waterproof bag. If it starts pouring rain while I'm out on my scooter, then I just pull this out and I take my whole knapsack and I stuff it inside here, and it provides a waterproof coating for my whole knapsack. That's very handy. My notebook, very important. Even in this day of smartphones, I'm always writing little notes on paper, or you want to tear out a piece of paper. If ever I need a little piece of paper, that's here. I've got my phone number for my local phone, SIM card, all the information I might need during the day. My mailing address is all in that little notebook. Oh, GoPro remote control, so I can use this to handle the GoPros from a distance. That's in there too. I've got a little knife, you know, just a little pocket knife. Got scissors and a sharp little blade, you know, tweezers, all the little gadgets you might need. I have Band-Aids, just an emergency stash of Band-Aids, because you might get blisters as you're walking around, or you might cut yourself by accident. It's always nice to have a few Band-Aids around. I often end up using these Band-Aids for other people more than myself, because you just meet people while you're out walking around. Not so much in Mae Sot, but in other places I've been, there might be other foreign backpackers, other travelers, and they might be, I can see them limping along, you know, they've got blisters, and I'm like, Band-Aids, you know, got you covered. Anything else here? Of course, these days, extra masks. You always have to have extra masks, because it's weird, you know, it's muscle memory to put on your mask when you go out. But when I get involved in all this gear packing, sometimes I just forget, and I'll walk out the door without my mask. And the funny thing is, I remember that I forgot my mask because I realize as I'm walking along that I'm feeling too comfortable. Like I'll be walking just down the street outside my guest house and I'm thinking, something is wrong, what is it? And I realize, oh, I feel fresh, I feel comfortable, I'm breathing easily, and that's not right. Why am I feeling so good? And I say, I forgot the mask. It's when I'm feeling good, I realize I did something wrong. And then I come back and get the mask and put it on and go out. And then I'm really uncomfortable and hot and sweaty. It's like, okay, that feels better. That's normal now. To feel uncomfortable is now normal. If I'm too far away from the guest house to come back and get the mask, then I pull one out of my emergency stash. Wet wipes, of course, and Dettol antiseptic wet wipes, always very handy. And that's that pocket. What else have we got in here? Of course, I've got glasses here. These are my video editing and reading glasses because they're good for right here. These glasses are for further distance. If I have something set up further away from me, then I need these glasses. And if I have something like right here, like really tiny fine print, then I break out the big guns. And these orange glasses are like much more powerful, like magnifying glasses. So then I can read small print. I need 3 pairs of glasses. And even these barely get me through a normal day of situations. Of course, pens. I've got a notebook. This is my regular pen. I've had this for months and months and months. And I'll be very sad when it finally runs out of ink. Black, blue, and red. Got to have all 3 colors covered. I'm always measuring things because I'm buying bags and boxes and things. So I always have to measure things like, oh, that's 6 inches, that's 10 inches. So I actually have my own little measuring tape that goes with me everywhere. And I have a little compass, just a handy little Sunto compass. Always know where north is with a thermometer attached, you know, on a keychain. And in the top pocket, my emergency whistle, which is always there. Never, knock on wood, had to use my emergency whistle yet, but I'm glad that I have it. So that is it for the main front pockets on the knapsack. I almost forgot there's another front bag, another front compartment on the very, very front. And in there, I keep a little towel, little hand towel, always good for, you know, wiping off the sweat, drying your hands after you've washed your hands somewhere, and a little package of, you know, serviettes, that kind of thing. So now let's go to the very back of the knapsack. There is a slit compartment at the back, which is padded and protected and very safe. And back there, I currently have my wireless keyboard right there, Logitech wireless keyboard, which I can hook up to any one of my phones, things like that. So I like to have that with me. And I have, of course, a new tablet, which is very exciting. So I can bring that with me if I need something, a larger screen to work with, and I can hook up my keyboard to the tablet. Let's put that down over there. And in the back here, I've got some paperwork for the scooter, insurance papers and address papers and certificates, everything you need in case the police stop you and want to have a chat with you, and, you know, copy of my passport, things like that. And that's all that's in there at the moment. So, main compartment. Let's get that open. Oh, by the way, I have a little padlock on every zipper, so I can lock up every one of these if I want. Of course, a thief can cut through that easily, but, you know, it's just there to deter a theft of opportunity, you know, so that no one can just zip it open and grab something. They actually have to get past the little padlock to do that. And I have one of those on most of the zippers. Okay, at the very top, I have my main tripod, a Sirui T35, which I like a whole lot. So it's got, you know, it's your basic tabletop tripod. It extends, and it has a quick release plate on the top, your standard Swiss quick release. So I use it as a selfie stick because it's much stronger than anything I have for the GoPro. So I use this in case I break out my Panasonic G85, a heavier camera. So I need a sturdier grip for that. I use it. And then if I'm sitting in a coffee shop, this is where I put my phone. It gets mounted up here. You know, I can raise it and lower it. And I've got my keyboard in front of it. And then it's my home office, basically. This has got many, many different uses. Love that. Oh boy. This is my kind of a home office gadget bag to do with the GoPro and everything else. So I got a million things in here. Got my wireless mouse, earphones for my phones, OTG cable for attaching the wireless dongle to my phones and to the tablet, as well as attaching memory cards to the GoPros to copy files back and forth. This is my smartphone holder, so the phones clamp into there, and then this clamps on top of there, you know, and then you just tighten this down. Now you've got your phone mounted on a tripod. These earphones have a USB-C on them. I have other earphones that have a 3.5 millimeter jack. This OTG cable is USB-C, but some of my devices are still USB micro, so I have a USB micro OTG cable and a second USB micro OTG cable with USB micro, but this one has a micro to USB-C adapter, so I'm covered in every direction. I have my new Transcend memory card reader attached to an OTG cable. This is essential now. And then I have my old memory card reader, which, to be honest, is going to go in the garbage because it really doesn't work anymore. And I have a newer memory card reader, which is quite handy because it has USB-A on one side and then USB micro on the other side. And you put your memory card in there, so you can copy things from that memory card too. And I have a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter adapter in case I need to plug anything 3.5 millimeter into a USB-C port. And deep inside here, I have a couple of elastic bands. I end up carrying a lot of elastic bands, twist ties, Scotch tape, these sorts of things. I'm kind of a handyman that way. And I love these bags, especially for gadgets, because they are transparent. When you have this many small items, inside a bag, if it's a closed dark bag, it's really hard to find things. But if you have a transparent bag, then you can see what you're trying to get. It makes things a lot more useful. GoPro Hero 7 Black goes with me everywhere. And inside this zippered case, a soft case. So there's my Hero 7 Black with a Ulanzi tripod head and then a quick release mount and a little blue bag here. Blue for batteries, B for blue, B for batteries. These are all of my Hero 7 Black batteries and memory cards are all in there. So these go together everywhere inside this little pouch. Put that with the cameras. And this is my new GoPro Hero 9 Black case. The Hero 9 is not in here at the moment because I'm filming with it, but it would normally be safely tucked away inside this hard shell, zippered case. And it contains the Hero 9 Black on its mounting system. I use the RAM mount for that one, and then all the memory cards, micro SD cards for the Hero 9 Black, extra battery for the Hero 9 Black, and I keep my Rode Wireless Go microphone in here, inside this little pouch, and then the charging cable for the Hero 9 Black. So basically the entire Hero 9 Black kit goes in this, which is very handy because I don't even have to think anymore. I just grab this, I grab this, and I grab this, and I'm ready to go. I've got everything I need for the Hero 9 Black. I grab this, I've got the Hero 7 and Hero 9. Everything I could need is all together in these two bags, basically. Add that to the camera pile. Getting down to the end, and one more. This is my carrying case for the Panasonic G85. It goes inside there. And there's my G85. And I just have the 12 to 60 millimeter kit lens on there. And yeah, I like to have this with me. It's such a solid, reliable camera system. Heavier, bigger, bulkier than a GoPro or the Panasonic LX10. But it's basically got everything you need. It has the microphone jack, good stabilization, good image quality, long battery life. It basically does everything you need at the expense of being bigger and heavier. But let's put that in the camera pile. There's a little slot here, and inside there, I've got a fan. Can't tell you how many times this has, or some variation of this has saved my life. You're sitting on some bench somewhere or in a bus, wherever you are, brutally hot. I think this is a giant waste of time because I think you end up overheating more because of the energy you're putting out waving this thing, but it feels good. I mean, it feels like you're cooling down when you're probably just heating yourself up, But I love having one of these with me. It's always in there. I have a bag of my own chopsticks that go with me everywhere. In case I hit a restaurant and there just are no utensils, or I buy a snack from a street seller and I walk away with the food, but I don't have anything to eat it with, I always have chopsticks. And these days, a lot of restaurants don't give you a straw if you order a drink anymore because of environmental concerns over plastic. So I bought my own biodegradable straws, which apparently are okay for the environment. So if I go someplace and I get a drink and no straw, I have my own straws with me because I really like having a straw. And as I said, these are biodegradable. so I don't feel bad about that. And yeah, I think that is it for the knapsack. Everything you see in front of you. Oh yeah, of course I have my other glasses around my neck. My pockets, almost forgot about those. What's in there? Nothing in that pocket. Guest house key, of course. Coins, nothing exciting there. Down in this pocket on the front, yes. So we have the lens cover for the GoPro Hero 9 Black. That always ends up in that pocket for some reason. I'm always careful to put that on the Hero 9 Black. I've got a comb, of course, got to be handsome. And then I have this mini tripod set, which goes along with the Jaws Flex clamp. So that turns that into a tripod, basically, which I find very handy. Nothing else in that pocket. And in this pocket, of course, we have my wallet. And there's nothing terribly unusual in there other than a photocopy of my passport, which I always have with me, money, business cards, nothing special. I made my own little paper cards with the name of my YouTube channel. Actually, I made these ages ago for my website before I even had a YouTube channel, but I use the same name for YouTube as I did for my website. So I have all these paper cards. And if someone says, oh, what's your YouTube channel? I just give them this piece of paper. And I have a whole stack of these. And whenever I run out in my wallet, I replenish them. Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, that's the whole package today. As I said, on other days, there might be less things that I bring with me, or there might even be more. So, it changes from day to day. But this is the basic set of the gear that I would go out carrying every single day whenever I go out wandering around. And it's a lot to think about, a lot of little details. But yeah, at this point, to be honest, I pretty much am on autopilot when I'm doing this. I don't even think about it anymore. And I always seem to have whatever I need. I tend to have it with me. At least I'd like to. So there it is, the unknapsacking. And what does Doug have in his pockets? And this is my life here on Planet Doug.